Hello and welcome to another episode of the Unstoppable Pigeon Podcast, the podcast that is both very stoppable and not about pigeons. As always, I am Matt.
I'm Emily.
And I'm Russell.
And I've been editing these podcasts, as I do. I'm the tech person for the podcast, so I do the after editing and the uploading and everything. Which means I get the unique opportunity of listening back to all of our conversations after we have them. And I've learned two things from listening back to these podcasts in the editing.
How awesome your wife is, number one.
Yes, of course. I've learned three things in the editing of these podcasts. Actually, you're not far off, because one of the things I have learned, and that I'm trying to apply to my daily life, is that in arguments, and in like debate,
that I'm always right.
I'm always wrong. Because I listened back to our man in the driveway debate. I listened back to our debate about. I listened back to the nail polish argument. I listened back to the Por Ejemplo fiasco, and then not even the arguments that are like the focal point of podcast content, just like this stuff that comes up in conversation. I've learned in listening back, I'm like, oh, I just don't ever listen to anything or misunderstand, and am always wrong.
Wow, it only took, what, 30 years?
Only took 30 years. Well, what's
only
more impressive?
9 years with me.
It took 30 years of being alive, 9 years of being with Emily, but it only took 5 episodes of the Unstoppable Pigeon Podcast to figure it out. No, that's not true. 6 episodes. I think this is episode 8 that we're recording right now, either 8 or 9. But we do, as we've discussed before, we've got a buffer on these bad boys that we're ahead of a few weeks.
So we try to avoid anything super topical.
Yeah. The idea being that, if somebody has on vacation or something, sick or whatever.
Except on multiple episodes, we've discussed how it was Mother's Day, Father's Day,
That's
and 4th
true.
of July. And we recorded them.
I edited episode 5 and 6 this week. Not intentionally. I've been trying to do editing for editing and uploading one a week. Except I do have 2 different machines that I record on, so I did not realize that episode 5 was on the other PC. And Emily and I had a long discussion about whether the episode that I was editing was actually episode 6 or whether I had just mislabeled it. She did convince me that I had made a mistake in my labeling and that it was episode 5, but I had just labeled it episode 6. Until the point came that I remembered very distinctly that we had a lengthy conversation about Hot Pockets somewhere, and it was not in that episode. And then I discovered that I had been led astray, and there was in fact an episode 5.
And it was the first time you were ever led astray by me. So.
That's true, yeah. So I recant my further statement about discovering that I was wrong via this podcast, because I've immediately been disillusioned of that. So I'm back to being convinced I'm right all the time, and all is well in the universe. The other thing that I learned, though, while going back and listening to podcasts, is that we have a terrible track record of, like, there's at least 1 or 2 things in every episode where we go like, oh, we'll do this X thing next time, or we'll do Y next week. And, like, we have never once at any point come back to a thing that we were going to do. For example...
Por ejemplo.
Por ejemplo.
Right.
Por ejemplo. For the listening audience, what will have been like 3 or 4 weeks ago at this point, we did have an episode where we spent a considerable amount of time working out the science behind how you could drink a Hot Pocket with a straw. And Emily made the suggestion that she wanted us to do the homework between episodes and come back the following week with examples of other things that we think could be drank through a straw with similar difficulty that might present itself via drinking a Hot Pocket, but the stipulation was that you couldn't upgrade beyond a regular straw. I've had time to think it. You did, yeah. You were like, well, let's come next week and talk about that. And we were like, okay, and then we just didn't. So I'm learning that we either need to do a better job. I need to take better notes, and then we need to actually follow up on these things between episodes, or both we and the audience need to just come to grips with the fact that we are talking out of our asses 100% of the time during these podcasts, and nothing that we say should be taken at face value.
The hardest part of this podcast is setting up the microphones to record the ass.
Yeah.
So
I've solved that problem with this. It's a complex system of levers and pulleys, via which I have suspended myself from the ceiling of my office, such that my ass just hangs directly above where my microphone is mounted on my desk.
I just cut a hole in the chair.
Good old James Bond Quantum of Solace style.
Yeah.
A good old chair with a hole in it.
Yeah. Okay, so speaking of chairs,
Speaking of chairs. Okay, Russell has a bit this week that is tied into chairs. Is a perfect segue for.
I'm gonna pull a Matt here and be coming into this episode hot right off the.
Oh, he's coming in hot.
So recently, I've decided that I wanted to set up a PC that's not like a garbage laptop, but I finally decided to do it because I figured out where I could have space for it if I set up a desk there. So I went, okay, my buddy's building me the PC. Let me get a desk. Let me tell you, there are no goddamn desks left in the state of New Jersey. Okay? I don't know what it is about the pandemic that made people go, oh my God, I need all the desks. But there's no desk.
There's
Okay.
just one. There's just
home
one like
offices.
eccentric billionaire who's like in a warehouse in like Poughkeepsie, and he's just he's got like a Scrooge McDuck size vault filled with desks that he swims in every day.
So, let me tell you the saga of trying to get a desk
Oh, good.
in the year 2020.
If this does not turn around and involve chairs, I am going to be very
Well,
disappointed.
no,
in your
it's
segue.
a chair for the desk. That's how the segue led in.
Okay.
That's I mean, I have a chair. It was just chairs, desks. That's the furniture. That's
That was the
We
connection.
were led
Okay.
into this bit by false pretenses.
well, yeah, okay. So, step number 1, first night. As you know, the family, you and Emily, we met for ice cream the other night.
Mhm.
And then after we were going to do
You're
that,
going to Walmart.
we went to Walmart to get a
Yep.
desk.
Yeah.
We went to
Okay.
that Walmart. It was closed. It decided it closes at 8 o'clock on a Saturday now.
Really?
Yeah, pandemic times.
So that was out. So we went home. Then the next day we went back to that same Walmart, and the furniture section was essentially like a barren wasteland. They had one desk that, when we measured it, measured the height of it, it was only like 25 inches tall. So it must have been like a child's desk that just
Child.
was not labeled as a child's desk.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, because the other thing is the space where I'm trying to fit the desk is, we had like 41 inches. That was the space. I couldn't get anything bigger than that. Okay, that was out. So we tried Target. We go to Target. Target this time has 2 desks, right? They have 2 desks, but they're both
Pink.
they're both like 57 inches. And they also aren't really desks, so more like they're tables that they labeled desks.
Okay.
Mhm.
Like there's no drawers, there's nothing. So Target was out. Then the following day, we go to another Walmart, and that Walmart has no desks at all. Essentially, there was just a sign with a middle finger.
Okay.
Then we go to Staples. Staples has desks. Oh boy, do they have desks.
Oh,
But they
shit.
only have desks that are the size of the Titanic. Okay? They have desks that are like, do you need to fit all 7 dwarves at a desk? Here's a desk for you. So that was out. Then, I also forgot on the first day we stopped at Goodwill. Goodwill had no desks.
No desks. No desks. Well.
So nothing. There's no desks.
They're all gone.
And online, even online, all the desks that were like, should be like $50, $60, $70 desks are now like $300 for this pressboard piece of crap. So
Matt, you recently got me a desk.
I did recently get you a desk. I recently got you a desk. However, I got you a desk from Wayfair, which, as it turns out, is maybe trafficking children. So that's not great.
Really?
Yeah, I read a thing. I read a thing online the other day, and I don't know. I haven't done like further research into this yet. But I read this thing online that basically there's all this like scrutiny going on because people have been finding on this website Wayfair, there'll be like a shelf with like a weird like a shelf or a desk or a like a cabinet or some random piece of furniture, right? And it'll be like the cabinet is like $10,000 or the cabinet's like $14,000. And then the cabinet is like, I guess they sort of like IKEA style. The cabinet has a name like Samaya or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But then people have started like posting. Yeah, I said they would like post up these things. Where they go like, here, look at this $10,000 cabinet named Samaya, and then here's the like missing persons information for this like 9-year-old girl or whatever from somewhere with the same name as this $10,000 desk. So it's like,
oh my god,
yeah, it's real. I was like, oh shit. I guess for future furniture needs, I'm gonna maybe take a minute before I potentially buy anything from this website anymore. I don't know whether like I don't know if this is just like some weird part of the internet that I came to where it's like totally bullshit, or if it's like legit. But like a couple of times I came across something where it was like talking about this Wayfair site and accusations of like human trafficking.
Mm-hmm.
I would be thoroughly outraged by that story if I had heard most of it, because Discord decided to cut out on massive chunks of it for me. So I look forward to when the episode comes out.
Yeah, you look forward to listening to this. The moral of the story is that there is a possibility that you could go on Wayfair.com, try and buy like a bookshelf, and then like a 12-year-old kidnapped girl from Ohio could be sent to your house instead. I guess don't worry about it. We're not gonna reiterate ourselves.
Well, good thing I didn't go to Wayfair to buy a desk, because I would have been real pissed if I was trying to get a desk and I got a child.
Yeah. Certainly for any listeners out there, don't take anything I just said at face value. I have not done the due diligence of like seeking out whether this is true or not. And I always encourage seeking these things out for yourself. I mean, in fact, probably a 2-second Snopes search could confirm this.
But we're not going to do that.
It sounds like Matt's doing that.
I'm doing it right now.
Oh.
What is Snopes?
It's a site that tells you whether like stories are true, like facts or not.
Mm.
They've been around for a while. They're like a reliable source of like finding out if something is nonsense or not.
False, according to Snopes.
Okay.
Oh. Well, thank God, because that's
now I don't feel bad that I didn't hear most of it.
Legitimately upsetting. Yes, Snopes claims it to be false. Thank God.
Cool.
Thus the
unless
dangers of
unless
things
the
that you see on
Wayfair people got to the Snopes people.
Well, I'm gonna choose to believe that all is right in the world, because I don't care for
clearly not all is right.
Child trafficking.
Still can't get
right.
Well,
desks.
Yeah, you can't get it, but on the scale of human trafficking to you can't get a desk,
right.
You can eat shit 100% of the time.
I am an American, and when I want a desk, I need it now. So yeah, in the end, there was a table that we had in the garage that had like decorative bars around the bottom, like wood, like slats. So I just had to pull one of those slats off, and I'm using that. But if you're trying to buy a desk in the year 2020,
good luck.
Good luck.
And also, if anyone tells you anything about anything in the year 2020, look it up and see if it's true before you believe anything. And
even then, maybe check a second source.
Check a couple sources. It's disgusting to me the amount of stuff that people will spread and that is just false, as evidenced by the fact that on our podcast I almost just perpetuated a rumor that a furniture wholesaler is human trafficking, which is not true. I at least claim some level of
Stupidity.
Well, yeah, I always claim some level of stupidity, but I at least had the good sense to be like, hey, you know what? I accepted this as true, and now I'm like repeating it, but I should probably look into it. And then did that, so I'm better than like your Aunt Peggy, who just shares things about how Obama is an illegal alien on Facebook without doing any research. And that's the soapbox portion of the Unstoppable Pigeon podcast. How about a game? We got to, I think all three of us have probably a game lined up, right?
The desks thing was all I was bringing.
have
Oh,
something.
no. He only had desks ready.
No, I'm kidding.
I was going to bring up another bit of fake news that you guys both shared with me.
We shared fake news with you.
Remember it?
Did we know it was fake news?
You played it off to me as if it was not fake news.
Oh, all right. I guess, well, let me hear what it is, and then I'll determine whether we were
Yeah.
making fun of you or whether we actually thought this was real.
It
Proceed.
was Easter 2018.
What? How do you even remember this?
Yeah, I don't.
We were talking about
Okay.
Homeward Bound. Well, it's because I was just thinking about this yesterday.
Oh,
or
I
2
know.
days
I
ago.
know
Oh,
what
I know
this
what
is.
this is.
I know exactly what this is. Okay,
The
go
fact
ahead.
is, it's not Homeward Bound. It's a different movie. That's,
Okay, well, you guys told me Homeward Bound killed a lot of animals in the making of the film.
Yeah, it's
And
not
that's
Homeward
not
Bound.
true.
It's another one of those movies like that.
Well, Homeward Bound was an important part of my childhood, and you scarred me, and I looked it up, and it was fake.
Well,
Okay,
either
well-
way, those animals are dead now.
Jesus. Can we confirm what movie we actually are talking about? Because they're I have definitely heard on like numerous occasions
Yeah.
that there's like some sort of
I don't
movie where
know.
they threw a bunch of cats and dogs like down a river.
I
Yeah,
don't
down a
know.
river. There's also like one scene where a cat has to fight a snake, and then they just kept like sending in cats until eventually one of them beat the snake.
All right. Well, this concludes the other second portion of the Unstoppable Pigeon podcast where we don't know what we're talking about tonight. So I will say that was not a bit of information that I think we delivered to you in bad faith. If we did tell you the wrong movie, it wasn't intentional. It's just because I think that's what we both thought it was. And I
You
do
still
still
told me fake news, and
I
you
do
still
still
scarred
maintain
me.
that I have heard that somewhere.
Was it Milo and Otis?
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know that movie.
I don't know. It was one of those like dog and cat movies.
It was definitely yeah, because what I've always heard is that like this movie was like so bad, the production like harmed so many animals that
That's where the
it
regulations
was like the
came from.
inciting incident for them to
Mhm.
like create laws and regulations protecting animals
Animal
on
actors,
movie
yeah.
sets.
I don't know. But it wasn't Homeward Bound, and you guys are full of crap.
Well, we're
Which
I
we've
think
already
we've-
established.
Well, yeah, well, I mean, we sort of knew that. I think we've determined that we're maybe half full of crap. We might be. This is like a quarter full of crap situation.
We weren't intentionally full of
You
crap.
upset me at Easter dinner.
My God.
That's the real crime here. Okay. Does anybody else have any other grievances to air before we proceed?
The fact that I unexpectedly had to bathe our dog. Just
Okay. Well, let's get Olive on a microphone
15
here and
minutes
have her
ago?
explain herself.
well,
this
you
have to do-
explain yourself.
Does this have to
because
do with the text that I got like a
yeah,
couple minutes before we got this, where it just
It
says Matt
does.
is
Well,
cleaning.
sort of.
because
The chicken
so
juice thing is
Matt
unrelated.
was
Matt is cleaning chicken juice off
You
of
know
our
what?
fridge, and then we'll be ready.
Matt. I get to tell this story because I'm sure you'll tell it poorly.
I wasn't about to tell the
Ooh.
story.
You're gonna okay. I'm just making sure you're not gonna talk over me.
I don't know that
Because I
there's
know
even a
you'll-
story
you'll-
here.
You'll make
She's just making
yourself
sure
out
you're
to
not going to
be
homeward bound
innocent.
this story.
Yeah, I don't. I can't be Milo and Otising this situation here.
So I was looking at our dog outside while I was inside, and I saw her rolling around, and I figured, oh, she's probably rolling around in crap, and then she comes in smelling like crap. So I asked Matt, will you please bathe her in the last 10 minutes before we eat dinner? And he didn't. So we ended up having to bathe her after dinner, like right before recording this, which is why we were a little bit late. Because as he was about to start bathing her, I opened the fridge and his chicken had like spewed juice all over our fridge. So then I had to bathe the dog because I'm not touching chicken juice. So he got out of bathing our dog because he made a mess of our fridge.
Hold on. Wait. Let me get this straight. You have elected a profession where you go elbows deep in dogs, but you're not going to touch chicken juice?
I don't eat it, so I don't have to
I mean,
clean up after
I gotta
it.
tell you, she did a real good job painting me out to be the villain in a story that essentially boils down to, like, the dog rolled in something in the yard, and then, like, something leaked in the fridge, and I had to clean it up. Like, I don't know what I'm not sure what I did that was so evil in this situation
Because
that demanded
you were
this.
irresponsible with your chicken.
Oh,
You
that's
got
the
out of
title.
having to
That's
the
bathe our
title of the episode
dog.
right
You're
there.
responsible with my chicken. Okay, hang on. First of all,
I ended up having to bathe the dog when I shouldn't have had to.
well,
But to be
you
fair,
actually,
you wouldn't clean up the chicken juice either. So like,
Well, it's not my chicken
and
juice to clean up.
she actually physically removed me from the bathroom where I was like putting the dog in the tub in order to do that herself. So like I would have done both.
Well, we didn't have time for you to do both.
Regardless. The reason I did not bathe the dog initially before dinner was because I was trying to prepare for this.
trying to prepare explosive chicken juice.
Yeah. The chicken juice situation is that I had defrosted some chicken yesterday to cook
Mess
tonight.
with it.
Well, the chicken that we buy it comes in these like multi-packs of like it'd be like a 3-pack of individually sealed things of like chicken breasts. And when I freeze them because I'm not going to eat all of that chicken at once. We buy like this 3-pack, and that's
That'd be
like
gross.
that's like several weeks worth of chicken for me. So when I go to take the chicken out, I have to like cut one of these packs free and then put it in the fridge to defrost it. So I did that yesterday in anticipation of cooking it today. No issues there. I took it out of the fridge and like had it on the counter because I was about to put it in the air fryer, but we were making something with cauliflower, and I asked her. I said, "Hey, what else do you want to eat with dinner?" She was like, "I don't know." I was like, "Well, do you want me to make you sweet potato fries?" She said, "Yeah." So now I can't use the air fryer for my chicken, so I have to put the chicken back in the fridge
No,
so
it's
that I
my
can make
fault.
so that I
that
can
you
make.
were
No, no,
irresponsible
I'm
with
not
your chicken.
saying it's anybody's fault. What I did
Well, because
not
it's yours.
what I did what I did not realize was that I had like nicked a little too far in when separating the chicken. I had like nicked a little bit in and like broken the like airtight seal. And when I put the chicken back in, as opposed to like I guess it had been up before, but now the little hole that I had made was down, so it like leaked in the fridge. So in my telling of this story, this is a purely accidental situation, and I don't know why we're assigning blame to anybody.
Because chicken juice is gross. And
You didn't have
if
to
you're gonna
cook the
have it in
chicken
the
juice.
house. Yeah, but my yogurt got covered in your chicken juice.
The box that contains your individually sealed yogurt's got like a drop of chicken juice on the top of it, which
not
I
sanitary.
wiped off with a Lysol wipe.
After I had to tell you, you missed it.
Oh my god!
Like I know for a fact.
We're
There
missing.
is crap in our fridge right now covered in chicken juice.
We are missing
the
the
salmonella
real-
is multiplying as we speak.
We're missing the real culprit here, and the real culprit here is getting away. The real culprit has pitted us against each other and is getting away scot-free.
It's the
She's
desk.
sleeping on a couch right now.
It's the desk. Yeah, the real culprit is sleeping on a couch behind me, not a care in the world, while we are at each other's throats over this chicken juice. And that is Olive. Because she's the one who went out there, rolled around in a bunch of turds, and then came in and ruined everybody's night. So if you want to be mad at somebody, you can be mad at Olive.
But she's too cute.
I've said her name like 4 times, and she just like could not care less.
Aw, she's tired. She had a lot of excursions today.
She did have a lot of excursions today. Do we want to play a game, or is there anything else that we would like to blame each other for, or attempt to have an argument about?
I think I'm good.
Oh, good. Okay, great. I'm glad to hear that.
All right, that concludes the weekly couples counseling session.
That concludes the argument portion of the night. I have an experimental new game tonight.
Oh boy.
That we can try out if you guys want to do that first, unless either of you want to start with one of your things.
What else?
All right. Let me just pull this bad boy up. Okay. So I am calling this game The Price is Wrong.
Bitch.
Yeah, price is wrong, bitch. No, this is just the price is wrong. What I have done is I have dug around through the bowels of Etsy. And on Etsy, I have found a series of weird or gross or bizarre Etsy listings for items that you can purchase right this very minute on Etsy should you so desire. And this is a two-part game. I'm envisioning this working as a two-part game. The first part is I will read you descriptions of comments from reviews of the item, and then the two of you will try to guess what the item is. And whoever gets closest to what the item is will earn a pigeon point.
Okay.
Then in phase 2, after we have revealed what the item is, you will then, Price is Right rules, guess how much that listing sells for on Etsy, and whoever gets the closest to that listing without going over wins a second pigeon point. So there are 2 pigeon points up for grabs per bizarre Etsy item that I have dug up here.
Cool. Though I think in future, you might be able to get more luck out of Wish.com.
That is true. I did not think of going to Wish.com.
Because Wish.com
they're
will be like...
They're a cavalcade of garbage on the best of days. You don't even need to dig for bizarre, crappy stuff there.
You'll be scrolling through like social media, and there'll be an ad for Wish, and the ad will be like children's, T-shirts, and then like pool toys, and then like some sort of batteries, and then like nipple clamps.
Yeah,
like,
the amount of times
it goes
that I
from
have
0
been,
to 60.
The amount of times that I have been served ads by Wish.com for like BDSM gear or like see-through mesh.
Are you guys talking about
shirts?
You never seen that? You never seen?
I have not.
Next time you see a Wish ad, start like scrolling through the products.
Yeah, maybe I just don't scroll through it.
Ridiculous.
I was gonna say Wish.
The weirdest thing I ever saw was like it was like a plastic alligator tube that like unfolded like an accordion kind of, and you were supposed to like use it to like let toddlers pee in.
Oh.
Yeah, like I guess when you're on the go and the toddler needs to pee, it was like an alligator for peeing in, and I was like, what? What even is this?
Did you guys have like a potty in the car?
No.
When you were growing up,
Car potty.
It's like a plastic toilet.
I don't think so.
But we were also like, you forget that like
we were boys, so like the world was
boys.
our
So you
potty.
just pull over on the side of the road. In an
True.
emergency.
Maybe that's why we had it.
Although our grandmother used to insist, no matter any time she was in the car, riding with a coffee can.
That is true. She did insist on having.
No,
a coffee
which
can.
grandma?
My dad's.
Dad's
Okay,
mother.
I was gonna say that does not sound like your mother's.
No. That was definitely it was one of those. I always attributed it to being like one of those
never
like,
used
weird
it.
Depression era like
thing, yeah.
Though
it was a paranoia thing.
It can't. I think it's really more that she was had a whole bag of screws loose. Anyway.
Would she have actually peed in it, do you think?
I don't know. She never had to use it.
I
don't think she ever
had. It was never used to my knowledge. I do remember her trying to make me pee in the can, like when I was very young and we were in like a car trip, and I was like, I have to go to the bathroom, and my dad was like, okay, hang on, we'll pull over at a rest stop, and she was like, just pee in the coffee can. Yeah. And I was like, no, I don't want to do that because that's a thing a crazy person would do.
There's also, I remember one time she was babysitting me, and for some reason it was like just me. So like mom and dad must have been like somewhere with you, like some event for you. And it was just, and I remember I had like a plastic Captain Hook, and I lost it. And I have this vivid memory of like searching the house for it. And instead of helping me look for it, she just kept telling me to pray to St. Anthony.
Oh, she loved that. That was her favorite thing.
Like,
pray to St.
Anthony.
Anthony.
She didn't help me look. She just said pray to St. Anthony.
That was her favorite thing.
Oh my God.
Pray to St. Anthony.
Because he was like, you're supposed to, when you lose something, you're supposed to pray to St. Anthony.
He's like patron saint of lost items.
Or I'm 4 and you could help me look for it.
St. Anthony.
Do you think that she ever replaced her can?
Oh yeah, I don't think it was like the same coffee can from like 1924. I think it was like whatever coffee can was like handy when it was time for a car trip.
Oh, okay.
God help us all if it was like this woman was peeing in the same can for.
It may have
Well,
also
she never
been something
used
that
it.
may have also been something that wasn't until like she was old.
Yeah, I don't know. She developed a lot of little weird stuff towards the end.
I feel
Anyway,
like most people do.
the price is wrong. Are you guys ready for the first item?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So the first item. Here is a review written on June 11th of 2020.
Mm.
That's our dad's birthday.
Hey, words is a 5-star review. Words can't describe how beautiful and amazing it came out. My hat comes off to Mary. I will do my best to correct the grammar in some of these, but there is definitely parts that are going to be beyond salvaging here. My hat comes off to Mary, the detailed and the delivery just amazing. It fits a little big, but that was on... Oh, okay. It fits a little big, but that was on me, because I measured my baby wrong. But it fits nice. Mary did nothing wrong. Mary, I assume, is the creator of this item. I will be ordering more as I speak. Wow, wow, wow. Ducky is ready to head out in style with me to veterinarian school. Thank you, Mary. That's the end. That's the end of the review.
Okay.
Let's see. Do you guys have any initial thoughts before I search for another comment?
Thinking it's dog clothing.
Yeah, that's what
And
I'm
the dog's
thinking
name is
too.
Ducky, and she referred to it as her baby.
Yeah.
I measured my baby wrong, not meaning her actual baby, meaning her dog. I guess Ducky is the dog.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm trying to find ones that are vague enough to not give it away.
Mm-hmm.
Another 5-star review.
Is this is the same item?
It's the same item. Very cute outfit. Mr. Pickles loves it.
Well, it's got to be an animal clothing of some sort.
Okay, here's one. Bought this for my niece and her blank. I will. I've edited.
Her chimp.
Bought this for my niece and her blank. She was over the moon about it. Not only does it look adorable on Sheldon, you can really feel the quality of the crochet work. I plan on ordering another one in the near future. Highly recommend.
Crochet work.
Yes. All right. I think I have given you enough. There is enough information in those 3 5-star reviews that I have read for you guys to make some educated guesses at this point, I believe. So we will enter into phase 1 of our segment here, where you guys can take a guess, and like whoever is the closest to what this actual item is will win the pigeon points. And I do have screenshots. I have pictures. So after you guys guess and I tell you what this is, I will drop a picture of the item into Discord chat for you.
Hmm.
Just the audience gets screwed.
So
Well, theoretically, for the YouTube cut of this, I can drop the picture of the item into the YouTube video as well. Audio listeners, no such luck. You'll just have to be satisfied with the word mural that I paint for you about what this item is.
Which is to say, you'll
then
be
let you
disappointed.
crochet for an animal of some sort.
Well,
I'm gonna
is that your okay? Go ahead.
I'm gonna say it's like a bandana or a bow tie.
Okay, so you're saying is it a crocheted bandana or bow tie?
I'm gonna say it's either something more complicated like a sweater or like some sort of outfit thing where it's like a crocheted like shark or something like that.
The real name of this item is the Quack Quack Duck Turtle Topper Tortoise Cozy. And here is...
Why'd you want to put a duck costume on your turtle? Never. All right,
Turtle?
Here's a picture of it. So for the viewers at home, this item
Oh
is...
my god.
It's
Oh,
essentially
it's
like
not
a
even-
beanie. It's like a hat that looks like a duck. So it's like a yellow hat with like a poof ball.
But
and
it's
like
not even
black.
like a good. It's not even like a good duck.
No, it looks like it's total
No.
shit. It looks terrible.
Imagine like a terrible, like crappy Easter decoration.
It's
like
just
your
like a-
grandma would
Yeah.
have at
It's
her
a
house
poorly
from,
crocheted
1972.
beanie with like a duck eyes and bill on it
the bill is
that-
just like an orange
that you just
orange
put
blob.
oval.
onto a turtle.
It does look like it does have a strap on the side. That
It
goes
does it.
underneath
Yeah, it
the
does
turtle.
appear to have a strap
Yeah.
to go underneath the turtle. So this is a cozy for your turtle.
I guess when the one said Sheldon, That could have been a hint.
Yes, it was the hint because her tortoise was named Sheldon.
Yeah.
The other one's Miss Ducky. Damn it! I guess it's a duck.
Yeah, I
thing.
guess it was Ducky was the other name
And
of the
Mr.
turtle.
Pickles.
Mr.
Mr.
Pickles.
Pickles was the name of a
Yeah.
turtle. People,
I
are
guess they're
dumb.
green. Okay, so I'm awarding 1 pigeon point to Russell, as he included that it was crocheted and that it was like a wearable. It was like a more like complete turtle cozy. I feel like is more similar as it is like a wearable item of clothing than bow tie, which I feel like is more of an accessory.
I would believe that a turtle topper is an accessory more than
But it's like it covers
a
the whole turtle,
necessity,
so it's like a whole
diaper
turtle.
wearing
It's like a
animal
whole
would-
turtle outfit.
Whatever.
Turtle-
I wouldn't
turtle
want the pigeon point
ensemble.
anyway.
She's against the pigeon point. Okay, well there is a chance to earn
I don't want to earn.
another pigeon point. The Price is Wrong portion of this. You guys now have to guess the price of this item to the closest dollar without going over.
Okay.
There's no way that's worth more than $3, but
Okay.
somehow I would imagine that it is actually more than that.
Okay. Well, I need an answer. What is your guesses?
I'm gonna let Emily
Um,
go first.
Can
Okay.
what is the shipping and handling on this item?
Oh Jesus, I don't
Is it
know.
including shipping? So it's not including shipping.
No, this is just the listing price of this.
What are the chances that this is less than it would cost to ship it?
No, that's something you got to figure out for yourself. I can't help you.
Yeah, I'd have to go like all the way through the process of like.
Yeah, don't do that because I don't want one of these showing up at our house.
Yeah, we don't have. They wouldn't fit our turtle.
You already got hot pocket straws.
Yeah,
Right.
I do have the hot pocket straws. Oh, we don't have all night for this bit here. Let's get
okay.
some guesses.
I'm gonna say it is $5.25.
$5.25. Okay, Russell, and your guess.
$35.
$35.
Okay. Alrighty. The winner of the pigeon point for the price guess is Emily, as the actual price of this is $22 flat. So
$2?
Russell overshot it and is therefore disqualified.
Oh
$22 for
Which
the
is
God.
bullshit because I was close.
You were closer, but you went over. The quack quack duck turtle topper tortoise cozy.
I forgot about the closest without
$22.
going.
I will.
Going
You know
over
what?
part.
I will. Secondary price is right. I'm adding facets to this game as we go. I will award a third pigeon point up for grabs. Same rules. Price is right rules. If you guys can guess how many of these have been sold.
Oh,
to
it tells you that?
Yep, to the closest one without going over, I will
God.
or award an additional pigeon point. How many of these have been sold?
I'm going to say that it's actually quite more than I want it to be. I'm going to say, when was this item listed?
I don't know, but there are like 2017 September of 2017 is the first review on this item.
Okay, I'm going to say 212.
Okay, Russell, what's your
That's
guess?
a lot, though. I don't know. I take it back. No, I'll leave it.
Oh, she's reviewing.
No, I'm going to leave it.
Okay, 212. Russell?
I'm gonna say, it's either like, I don't know, because I already blew it once going way over. I'm gonna say 300.
Okay. So the winner of the bonus pigeon point is Russell, as the total sales for the turtle toppers is 606.
What?
Oh,
There is a
the
woman
devil
with arthritic knuckles just cranking these out.
She is cranking out turtle hats as fast as you can possibly
Holy
imagine.
crap.
606 turtle. You know what? Hang on. Let's do some quick math here. This woman has made over $13,000 on shitty duck hats for people's turtles.
That's insane.
Alrighty, so yeah,
turtle duck hats.
well, you could learn to make this in about 15 minutes from what I can tell here.
Probably.
All right, well, that is round one. The next rounds will be speed rounds, as that took way too long.
Well, hold on. I have another follow-up question.
You have all right. Follow up question on the duck hat.
Are there more options than just a duck?
I don't know, let's go to our shop. Shop is called Turtle Toppers.
I would imagine.
Oh,
yes.
yes, there are. Black tie, formal tuxedo turtle topper. Chicken
my
Little
God.
turtle topper. Pizza turtle topper. Army camouflage tank. Rainbow. Stegosaurus. Yeah, there's oh boy, Baby Yoda turtle topper,
Oh my god.
Superman,
So
Batman,
Mary's keeping up with the time.
Ninja Turtles. Oh, she's got them all. You got a turtle topper for every occasion.
I wonder if she makes her own patterns.
I don't know.
It's not. That doesn't look like it was made with a pattern.
Alrighty.
I feel bad for like judging Mary, but I don't know.
Well, Mary's making bank on
She's
turtle
making
toppers.
bank.
Alrighty.
You do you, Mary.
Next item.
I'm looking at them, and
Mary
a lot
probably
of
hates
a lot of. I
turtles.
will say, a lot of the other ones are way better than the ducky one.
All right, I gotta look this up.
Like,
what is
there's a
it?
chicken
Turtle
one.
toppers
I'll
on
send
Etsy?
you the
Yeah,
link.
there's a chicken one. There's a yellow submarine one that's really good.
We have spent way too.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to cut so much of this. We've spent like 20 minutes on this stupid
Oh my god,
turtle
the
hat.
pizza one.
Yeah.
Oh, the black tie one's
The black tie
funny.
one is cool. Yeah, the ducky one is maybe like
The
her early
chicken's
work.
really good.
So check her
Okay,
out.
I take it back. Mary,
Etsy
you're
Mary,
doing
if you want to
something
sponsor the Unstoppable Pigeon podcast.
If we came back next week and this podcast was brought to you by Mary's Turtle Hats,
Oh my god.
Turtle toppers, get it right.
Turtle toppers. Okay,
Get the brand
next,
name.
next
Oh my
item.
god, the yellow submarine.
Fuck, guys!
You brought this on yourself. You introduced turtles in an outfit to this
Oh my
podcast.
god.
Also, we should probably assume that nobody's listening to this podcast anymore because they've all turned it off to go to Etsy.
To go buy
Right.
turtle hats. All
Look
right.
at these turtle toppers.
Next
I feel
next
bad
item.
I judged quickly.
Next item. Speed round, remember.
Kind of want a turtle now.
First
Also, it's not a real turtle in this in her like picture advertisements.
What is it?
It's a fake turtle.
Oh my god, I didn't even realize that. I've been looking at that picture of a turtle in a chicken
Yeah.
hat for like 20 minutes.
That's a pretty good fake turtle.
I thought that was a real turtle. This
That's
She
whole
should be
time.
selling the fake turtles.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I wonder
Where
if
did she get them? I wonder.
She definitely
Just
didn't
get
make
There you
that.
go. You can get a fake turtle and then get all the turtle
Oh.
toppers, and you don't have to deal with
The
actually having a turtle.
Christmas tree. You can do like seasonal ones.
Okay, round two.
Round 2.
Okay.
5-star
Look at
review.
the Easter basket.
Stop! 5-star review.
Jesus Christ.
This is the coolest thing ever. Mine came
Turtle
with a bit
topper.
of just all turtle toppers. Mine came with a bit of green residue on the teeth, but it rubs off pretty fast. I wear this every day.
Hmm.
Let's see what other kind of reviews we have.
There's a turkey.
Did you say it's a turkey?
There's a turkey.
She's still looking at that.
Oh.
Part of the problem with Etsy's like review system is that it's like a review of the shop instead of the specific item.
Really?
Yeah, so like not all of the reviews as I like try and go through here are about this thing. They're about like other stuff from the shop. Second review. 5-star review. My granddaughter loves them. She was very excited. Put them on right away. She has a funky grandma who is 76. Thank you so much. Signed, Donna.
Oh gosh, I don't
We
even know.
got Donna's approval.
Yes. So those are your two.
That's all we get?
Listen, that's my pickings were slim about what I could actually read to you here.
There was green residue on the teeth, but they wear it every day.
Correct.
I got nothing.
Okay, I have a guess.
Okay.
I think, living in the times that we live in, I think it's some sort of like novelty, like face mask, face covering
Oh.
that's maybe got like some like it's a mouth with like
Oh.
something on it. That's what I think. I think it's a novelty like face mask covering
I can
For-
see
for-
that.
Okay, that's a good
for
guess.
dealing with the pandemic.
All right, novelty face
Especially
mask
because
cover.
that's what like all of Etsy has become right now is just people selling face
Mhm.
masks.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right, so novelty face mask covering with fake teeth on it is what Russell says. All right, Emily, do you have a guess?
I literally don't. I don't know.
Turtle topper.
It's for a person.
It does appear to be for a person.
Oh, not for a turtle. It's a person,
Unless
Topper.
Donna's granddaughter is a turtle.
Oh my god,
Oh,
plot twist.
yeah. If Donna is a turtle,
She's a real funky grandma. If she's
let me
a
go.
turtle.
Yeah, let me go to Donna's profile real quick. Oh my God, she's a turtle. Donna was a turtle this whole time.
Oh my god, all of Etsy is turtles.
Oh,
It's
no.
all turtles.
Oh no, Donna's a Galapagos tortoise.
Oh my god. I think Russell has a really good guess. I don't know.
Come up with
I'm just
something.
gonna go with like, were those recent reviews?
Fairly recent, yeah. You can also Price is Right rules this. Just guess something similar to what he guessed, but a little different. And if I deem it closer to the actual thing, you just win.
I don't. Is it like a novelty teeth, like a staged tooth set?
Staged. Okay, so that's your guess.
Or-
A stage tooth set.
Well, like vampire teeth or something like that. Like, but why would you wear them every day?
Because you're a funky grandma.
But the child wears it.
Because you're a tortoise and you're
Trying
embarrassed
to
by the
pretend you're a
fact
person.
you're embarrassed by the fact that you don't actually have teeth and you just consume your food by with like a single sort of beak shaped ripping and
They're
tearing motion.
They're described as definitely normal human man teeth for
Wait,
tortoises.
what was Russell's exact?
Russell's exact phrase
Yeah.
was if I believe I remember correctly was a novelty. It was a novelty face mask with fake teeth on it.
Okay, because I was gonna say maybe it's like a mask that you can like move your mouth a certain way or like move the mask a certain way and like a fake set of teeth will smile.
Okay. All right. Is that your final answer?
I guess so.
Okay. I am going to award the pigeon point. Neither of you got it, unsurprisingly. I'm going to award the pigeon point to Russell again on this one.
Oh, good.
The item description of
Are they
this.
socks? Are they
no.
slippers?
No, they are not socks or
Okay.
slippers.
The turtle topper.
I just got very excited.
The item description is
Oh, why would you?
denture inspired eyeglass frames.
Ew.
And here's the picture.
Okay, you are not a funky grandma for giving them to your granddaughter.
I have just uploaded the picture of them
Oh,
in Discord.
no.
Ew, that is bad.
For our viewers at
No.
home, they are like pink flesh,
They are
like
very realistic.
the flesh of your gums shaped eyeglass frames with like realistic human teeth lining
top
like the
rim.
top of the eyeglass
Why
frame
are you
rim.
even seeking
They
them out?
are disgusting.
I can't look at them.
So because Russell came up with the the wearable face adornment that has like novelty teeth on them, I think that was like closer than necessarily like a costume mask.
Mm-hmm.
I had to put a GIF in the
Oh,
in
some
the
guy.
chat just so it would go away. You can scroll down. away from it.
Okay, so Russell earns the pigeon point for the item.
Why are you
Round-
like? How would you come across them? Like, what are you typing in to get that?
I think I just did like Google search for like weird Etsy listings, and then there actually is there is a whole subsection of Etsy, like it's like Etsy/weird, where it's just like weird, creepy stuff. So I just scrolled through that for about a half hour and picked out some good ones. Here's the kicker. Price is Right. What is the cost of this item to the closest dollar without going over for an additional pigeon point?
These are not prescription.
I think they're just frames. So I think you'd probably have to go to your optometrist and have them make frames for these for you to put in so that you could wear these every day.
Do you think like dentists would wear these?
God, I hope not.
Yeah, I hope nobody wears these.
I can't believe it. Like, if we ever had children and your mother got these for our children, I would snap them in half.
Okay.
They're terrifying.
They're pretty gross. They're extremely
I
upsetting to
would
look at.
not be happy if anyone got these, like, in my vicinity.
Okay, well, that $1 million question, how much do they cost?
All right, I'm going to say $73.
Okay, Russell?
70. You guess $73.
I did.
Mm,
Do you think that's high or low?
I think that's too high. So I'm gonna say $40. No, $30.
$30. So Russell says 30, Emily says 70.
If that turtle topper was 22, yeah, I'm sticking to it.
Okay. The winner of the Pigeon Point is Emily. The actual cost of the denture-inspired eyeglass frames, hold on to your butts, is $500.
Matthew.
I'm looking at it right here.
Well, thanks for tuning into the
What?
Unstoppable Pigeon podcast.
I can't believe that.
That's it. I
can't believe I can believe that somebody put them on Etsy for $500. I can't believe that
Multiple
more
people bought
than
them.
than like that anyone bought them, let alone more than one person bought
This
them.
person's shop does entirely consist of upsetting realistic teeth like stuff. They have a realistic teeth comb. They have a realistic teeth phone case. They have a realistic teeth ring, bracelet. So it's just all sorts of like jewelry and
Teeth
accessories
stuff?
with like upsetting human teeth in them. What?
It's just teeth stuff.
It's all just teeth stuff.
Wow.
Real gross.
I'm looking at it. It's all teeth stuff and then one bomb purse.
Yeah.
It's like classic like dynamite style.
I am fairly certain, now that I'm looking at this, that the thing where it says sales is not how many of this particular item has been sold, but how many sales, like, this shop has made in general.
Oh, okay.
So maybe 606 turtle hats have not been sold. Maybe that's just 606 sales that the turtle hat lady
But
has
she only makes turtle hats.
Right. So it is 606, but not
I could
that
see
many.
her
deaths.
other
true.
ones. Her other ones, I could see how
Yeah,
she
for
sold
sure.
those because they were really good.
Yeah.
The
I
duck
guess.
one was by far the shittiest one on there.
As far as I can tell, though, like, for her to have sold 606 turtle hats, every person in America who owns a turtle has
Has
bought one from
one.
her. Because there can't possibly be
As,
that many.
as we
like...
saw, people said they would be buying more, so maybe it's only about 10 people who just keep buying different ones.
They have all of them. Well, you know what? If I had one and I had a turtle, I would make them seasonal. I would get all the seasonal ones.
I guess, yeah. If you wanted to change it out, for when you
Yeah.
take your turtle out on the town.
Yeah.
Let's do one more. Let's do one more item. I have a handful of these here, but these are
Okay,
taking.
how many sales does this woman have?
Do you want to guess how many sales this shop
I
has?
like-
It's not as fun when it's not like just that item.
I like
Yeah.
the idea of somebody taking their turtle out on the town. That reminds me, there's one time, maybe a year ago at this point, when human beings were allowed to congregate, we went to Dave and Buster's for one of my friend's birthdays, and there was a guy who had brought like his bearded dragon, and my friend was like, "Do you think he'd think I was weird if I asked to like pet his bearded dragon?" And everybody was like, "He's the guy who brought a bearded dragon." To the Dave and Buster's, he's the weird one in every situation. So,
And
I feel like
the
I know
correct
which of your friends asked that.
the correct answer to do you think he would be offended if I asked if I could pet his bearded dragon is that's the only reason he brought
yeah.
the bearded dragon.
Yeah.
He wants you to come and talk to him and ask to pet his bearded dragon.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't have a personality, so he has tried to substitute it with a small lizard. Well, I think that's it for what the hell did I call this game? The Price is Wrong. We spent of the things that you guys have brought to the table tonight. Who's got like a relatively short one, because we spent so long arguing about what was in the fridge, and then I could not get you guys to stop talking about turtle hats. That we are already like
They were actually
at an
really
hour.
cute. At the good ones. Do you want to do guy advice?
Do it? Yeah. Is it like a quick guy advice? Is it something that's gonna take us a long time?
Well, it can be a quick one.
All right.
As quick as you make it.
Okay. Quick guy advice.
Okay. My neighbor started going to free food giveaways recently. I don't think they realize they've been going to a food pantry. From prior conversations, I know for a fact they are not struggling financially. Do I say something?
Say something to who? The people,
The
the food
neighbor, I
pantry.
assume.
So they're going to the food pantry, though they're not struggling.
Mm-hmm.
But they
You say
don't
something to the
realize that they're like taking food out of the mouths of the needy.
Mm-hmm.
I would
think
go to the food pantry and be like, "Those guys are fucking stealing."
No, it's not the food. The food pantry can't be held responsible. Like, yeah, that opens a whole can of worms if you start having it. Like, the food pantry is now gatekeeping who
I
isn't
guess.
isn't worthy
Or like,
of like.
I wouldn't like directly be like, wouldn't be like directly. I would maybe like put a note in their mailbox, be like, "Hey, stop stealing food."
Oh, so you decided to
You
go
punk.
the ransom note letter. Are you gonna
Yeah.
like this is you put a cut out newspaper clipping note in their mailbox? Can you pretend? Okay, here's what you do. I've got it. You start going with them to these quote unquote free food giveaways. You go like 2 or 3 times. You go, you get food from the food pantry, but then you go back secretly without them knowing afterward, and you give back the food that you took, because the point here is to solve an issue. We don't need to steal food from less fortunate people in the process. So you do have to go back and give the food that you took back afterwards. But you go with your neighbor like 2 or 3 times to this food pantry thing. And then after you've like done this and established like you're now, in their eyes, you are now culpable with them, then you go to them and you go like, "Oh my god, Sally, I just found out like that those food giveaways we've been doing, that's a food pantry for like underprivileged people and like homeless people and stuff. Like, we have absolutely been like taking food from like less fortunate people. We did like, I just found out," and like totally act like, "Oh my god, like how this is so embarrassing for both of us," right? Because then you don't have to be like, "Hey, I don't know if you know this, but you're like," I'm giving the neighbor the benefit of the doubt.
No, they definitely know what they're doing. You know what a food pantry is for.
Wouldn't that be the kicker if this place like that they're going, that they're like, "Yeah, we're going to this free food giveaway place," and the literal name of the place on the building is like Gentle Harvest Food Pantry for the less fortunate or something like that. Like,
Like, I'm less fortunate. I'm less fortunate because I'm hungry right now.
I was I was giving the neighbor the benefit of the doubt and like assuming like, okay, maybe they're just like an idiot.
Yeah. I think what I would do is just say, "Where are these free food giveaways?" And when they tell you where it is, you can be like, "Oh, isn't that the food pantry?"
I
think they know what they're doing. I think
You
they're
think so?
shitheads.
I
think they're shithheads who are just taking free food.
I want to give them the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
I also don't want to. I do not want to be in a confrontational situation where I have to like be in the position that I have to explain to somebody that they absolutely don't need it and have straight up been taking food from like a food bank, because if they're not, this goes one of two ways. You go to them and you tell them like, "Hey, that's a food pantry that you're taking this stuff from, even though you don't need it," and either they're like mortified and you now have to like deal with the fact that you have terribly, irreparably embarrassed your neighbor, or
I mean, it's a mistake if they truly didn't know.
right, but like, yes, but also I don't want to have to be the one to bear that news to them and then have to like, because now like for the rest of your life they live next door to you, so like every day you have to get the mail and they have to be out there getting their mail, and you probably don't say anything about it, but like there is going to be like a secret glance shared between you where like that will always haunt you for the rest of your days, that like they were taking food from a food pantry and you had to call them out on it. And I just like, I would have to move, so I don't want to do that. But the other option, which probably is the worst option, is that Russell's right and they do know what they're doing and they're shitty, or they don't know what they're doing and they're shitty because when you tell them they don't care. and they continue to do it, that's even worse. So like there's no situation where you win if you go right out and try to like tell them. You have to I see no other solution to this other than setting up an elaborate ruse where you can establish yourself as some sort of an accidental accomplice to their like heinous crime right here, in order thus to try and correct that behavior without actually having to like address the issue with his neighbor.
And then
it's the only way. It's the only way as far as I'm
Yeah,
concerned.
and then if that doesn't work, then you just have to burn down their house.
Yeah. Or
So.
you could when they go to the food pantry and they get these free food giveaways, you then stake out their house, and when they leave to go on like errands,
You let homeless people in.
Yeah. I know. I was gonna say, like, if you're their neighbor, maybe you have a key to their house for like maybe you watch their pets when they're away or something like that.
Steal their groceries.
Yeah,
donate
you
it
go
to the food pantry.
That's right. You go in and you take a bunch of food out of their house and then go and donate it to the food pantry, like in their name or whatever. And they can continue to do this, but it ends up coming out as like a net equal because you just steal and replace an equal amount of food from them to whatever they're taking from the food pantry each week.
That, and then you slowly have to be like take more and more like specific items so that when they go to the food pantry, they're like, "Are they serving pepper out of the pepper grinder that your aunt gave us for Christmas this year?" So you can become the food kitchen vigilante.
Why is that monogrammed mug from my work at the food pantry? This is really getting weird. Goodness. I think bottom line, honesty is not the answer in any version of this. Some form of deceit is required to solve the situation.
That man over there is using a mug that says "World's Best Dad" that I'm pretty sure Timmy painted for me last Father's Day. It's odd that he would have that.
Oh boy. Well, I think we've solved it. I don't know about you guys.
Yep, we've solved it. Arson and theft.
I don't know. It's just complicated.
You got another guy? Got another one for us?
If you want me to.
I think we're probably good. We're at an hour. We're an hour and 16 minutes at this point.
Okay, I think we should.
There's a lot of that turtle stuff.
There is a lot of turtle stuff. No, I think we're fine. There's not 17 minutes of stuff to cut out of this episode.
That's what you think.
Okay, well, yeah, I think we've solved this person's food quandary.
Okay.
We've discovered that the way to make it rich on Etsy apparently is just to crochet hats for turtles.
Yeah.
And
the rest of us are fools.
Yeah, the rest of us are fools trying to work a regular job. Okay, well, thank you for joining us for this week's episode of the Unstoppable Pigeon Podcast. Don't forget to save up those pigeon points, and we will see you next time.
Toodles.